Welcome to Your Biz, Your Rules, the podcast for business-minded go-getters hosted by me, your favourite brain and biz coach, Dara Paddy. This is the spot for those of you ready to blend heart and head, woo and do, income and impact, change and chill, and so much more. So grab yourself a cuppa and let's get started. Welcome to episode 215 of Your Biz, Your Rules. In this show, we're going to be talking about a very particular kind of frustration that can easily get in your way as a business owner. Now, as a business coach, I have a lot of conversations with people who run businesses. A lot of those conversations are about what people want, and a lot of them are about what people don't want. Recently, I've noticed a lot of bathwater business talk, and what I mean by that is that if someone doesn't like a particular thing, they will avoid anything related to it, throwing the baby out with the bathwater, if you will. And I know I'm being a little bit vague here, so let me share some examples so that you get my meaning. So if somebody doesn't like Reels, they'll decide they hate all things Instagram. If someone doesn't like Instagram, they'll decide they hate all things social media. If someone doesn't like one particular launch system they've tried, they'll decide they hate launching. If someone doesn't like one particular project management app, they'll decide they hate all things organization. If someone doesn't like sending a weekly newsletter, they'll decide they hate all things email marketing. And that kind of all or nothing, black and white thinking does nothing to help you grow your business. When you decide that a whole massive concept won't work for you, even though it objectively can work for most people, you're only causing damage to yourself. That's not to say that you have to align yourself with tactics you don't enjoy or that you have to try and do everything that everybody else does. Just try looking at business growth strategies with an air of curiosity instead of always shutting yourself down. Maybe you could try Reels again. And if you don't like them, because maybe there's no space to go deep and that's what you really like, instead of deciding that there's no point doing anything on Instagram, you could go back to doing regular Instagram stories or try doing a longer form live stream every week. If you decide that you don't like showing up regularly on Instagram, that's cool, but take the time to find a platform where you do feel more comfortable. You also might want to ask yourself, is it the platform itself that you don't like, or is it the content strategy you've been trying to shoehorn yourself into? That's just, bonus food for thought for you there. Now, if you don't like the launch systems you've tried in the past, don't be tempted to boycott all things launch, because all launching really is a focused promotional period, and businesses need that. We need to make sales, or we just have weird, stressful hobbies. And if you're avoiding focusing on your promotions, you're not likely to sell an awful lot. So see it for what it is, one system that you didn't like. And you get to try out different ways of working and different ways of selling until you find the one that you want to stick with for a while. If you don't like a particular project management app, don't make it mean that you're not an organized person, especially if you also dislike feeling disorganized. Instead, play around. Maybe a paper planner ticks your box. I dive into how I use my paper planner in episode 203, so if you're looking for a bit of inspiration, definitely check that one out. But maybe it's not a paper planner, maybe it's a different app. Or maybe it's that you just need to watch a training video for the tool that you already have access to. Curiosity, my friends, curiosity. If you don't like the pressure or maybe the writer's block that comes with writing a weekly newsletter, get curious about how you could get email working for you. Maybe you would like it more if you batched your emails in advance. Maybe you'd like it more if you just outsourced your emails. Maybe you'd like to strip it back and send an email once a fortnight or even once a month. Maybe you just give yourself permission to write a really good email whenever you're feeling it, instead of trying to stick to some arbitrary self-imposed schedule. It's never the concept itself that is bad or wrong. It might just be the way that you're approaching it. Your action step for this week is to choose one thing that you've abandoned in frustration and come at it from a different angle. I would love to hear how that goes for you, so feel free to DM me on Instagram and tell me all about it. Next week, we'll be talking all about how to thrive online as an introvert, so I will see you there. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to Your Biz, Your Rules. I know that we all like to listen to podcasts, watch videos, read articles or books or posts on Facebook and not really do anything with that information. So I want to challenge you right now. I want to challenge you to take something from this episode, anything, and use it to spark action. Use it to activate some kind of change in the way you work and the way you live. Do yourself this service today and tell me all about it on Instagram. Hop over, shoot me a DM or share an Instagram story showcasing what action you are taking thanks to this episode. And of course, do all of the usual things. Subscribe, leave a review, let me know how much you love the show, and I will be back with you next week.